Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why your God-ordained prodigal spouse may be spying on your social media pages. So the first reason why you may find, your God-ordained prodigal spouse to be spying on your social media pages is that maybe, whenever the divine separation happened and whenever you left your God ordained prodigal spouse, right? Maybe they have gotten the revelation that you are their God ordained wife, right? And because of this, they already know they're not ready. They're not the man they that you need them to be right before they step into this marriage. So for this reason, it's not time for your spouse to approach you. It's not time for your spouse to contact you, and so they will watch you, right? I want you to replace spying with watching. Your God ordained prodigal spouse is watching his wife because he know who you are, right? And because he already know that you are his God ordained wife, he's watching you. The watching is for your protection. He's watching you to make sure you are okay. He's watching to make sure you don't move on, right? Start dating someone else, right? Because he understands that he is over here getting himself ready. Okay, so that's the first reason why you would find your God ordained prodigal spouse to be spying on your social media account. Second reason why you may find your God ordained prodigal spouse, just looking at your social media pages, maybe after when God told you to leave your spouse, maybe they didn't know, that you were their God ordained spouse, right? And maybe for some of, I believe some of these prodigals, if they don't know, they have a knowing, or it's like they sensing it, like that could be my spouse, right? But they just haven't heard the big confirmation from God. So if this is the situation with your God ordained prodigal spouse, and now that you're gone, there's a divine separation taking place, you may find your spouse to be watching you, and this watching is now observation, right? Remember in the Bible, Boaz, he observed Ruth before he approached her. He began to observe her. He was collecting information on her. He was asking about her. He learned that Ruth is a woman of character, right? So your spouse can be observing you from the distance, right? Just observing how do you behave on social media, observing, like just who you are as a individual, observing your character, just observing things, right? And so again, because they haven't gotten that that the big confirmation from God yet, this is another reason why your God ordained prodigal spouse hasn't reached out to you yet. But however, because they, you check off all the boxes, right? Under wifey, right? This is why you might find your God ordained prodigal spouse is spying on your social media account. Okay, it's more so they are observing you. Okay, and so you want to be mindful of how you are showing up on your social media pages. Make sure you are highlighting your best self. Don't try to put on the front. Just be yourself. Okay, and allow your spouse to see who you are. And I'm not saying allow them to get to know you through social media, but allow your spouse to see, who you are, off of your social media pages. Okay. The third reason why you would find your God ordained prodigal spouse to be spying on your social media pages is because when God revealed to you that this is your spouse, and if God has sent you to your spouse, and let's say your spouse got the revelation that you are their God ordained spouse as well, but however, out of disobedience, they chose the counterfeit and decided, the counterfeit was better than the spouse. And, they rejected you as their spouse. Because of this, because of their disobedience, one of the reasons why you will find your prodigal spouse to be spying on your social media pages is because this is their consequences, right? For rejecting their God ordained spouse. So because of the rejection and they chose the counterfeit, now God is allowing your spouse to watch you. Okay. And so this is the time where you will feel like God is being more strict on you, the believing spouse, right? And it's not that God is being strict on you. It's more so God is really trying to communicate. Listen, remember your value. Okay. This person, my son or my daughter, they rejected, God's best. So don't check up on them. They should be coming, checking for you, right? And so this is where God, he will continue to tell you, hands off, get out of the kitchen, get in your purpose, go ahead and heal, write the book, whatever the instructions God is telling you to do right now. But this is their consequences for rejecting, what God was trying to give them, right? And that doesn't mean that they lost it and God's not going to give it back to them. No, it's just a consequence. So God is allowing your spouse to watch you while God elevate you, while he promote you right before the very person who rejected you, right? And so again, these are 3 reasons why it could come across like your spouse is spying on you. It's not really spying. They are observing you, they are watching you for your protection. And this is a result of their own consequences, okay? Because they were disobedient, when God was speaking to your spouse about you being their spouse, and to like basically come into agreement with this God ordained marriage. And because they felt like they had it best, or it would be better with the counterfeit, and they chose the counterfeit, now God is allowing your spouse to sit right there and watch you be promoted right before their eyes. Okay. So that is it. Listen, our God Ordained Marriage Academy is officially open. We focus on 4 things in our academy. We focus on rebuilding the foundation. The Bible talks about a house that is built on sand. Based, I'm a paraphrase here, whatever comes up against this house is going to fall down, but a house that is built on the rock, it will stand the test of time. And so the very first thing we focus on inside of our God Ordained Marriage Academy is rebuilding your foundation. Okay. The foundation, we got to deal with the mother and father wound. We got to overcome these insecurities and limited belief, right? So we focus on rebuilding the foundation, resetting your relationship with your spouse. So this is where you will learn how to hold your spouse accountable, and also how to build boundaries in your love story, and also raise your standards, okay? The next thing we help you to relearn marriage God's way. Okay, that's by teaching you, your roles in marriage. That also is teaching you, the Bible command wives to respect your husband, and husband to love your wives. But what does that mean? What does it mean to respect my husband? How does that look? Right? So this is what you will learn inside of the academy. And then we also help you to become resourceful to the people God has called you to serve, because these God ordained marriages that God is putting together, he's not just putting these marriages together just to come together and just, get married. No, they are for his specific purpose. These marriages have a calling, they have an assignment, okay, attached to it, that God wants us to step into and fulfill in this world. And so we do that by becoming resourceful to the people God has called us to serve. So if you are a prophet, if God has called you to the inner healing and deliverance ministry, if God has told you to write your book, this academy is for you, because I'm going to show you exactly how to launch your ministry. Okay. So head over to godordainedmarriages.com/academy and sign up today. I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.